everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of 2 games between these teams this year, and you know it's going to be entertaining. It's the Chargers going up against the Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland, as we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay at Oakland, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the San Diego Chargers and the Oakland Raiders. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Carr. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Dorial Green-Beckham. And now it's second down. Offensive starters now. Charles, what about Latavius Murray?
You know how you and I talk about players under the radar sometimes? Latavius Murray definitely qualifies as one of those players. And then you look up, and he's pressing 1,000 yards every year.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
Jason Verrett may not have ideal size as a cornerback, but no one plays the ball better in the air than the guy I call Mighty Mouse.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Carr. Wide open receiver complete. He got 29 yards that time.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On the screen, this is Coleman. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down following the run. From the gun, it's Carr. Drops it off for Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there, stop right there. Here we go.
He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, and that'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Second down now after the incompletion. Shotgun now for Carr. This will be caught at the 2. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's up and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Henry's got it out on the left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
There are so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 5 yards to go. Back to throw here. Man open left side is Brown. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
This is brought in at the 21. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll come out in the pistol. On play action, it's Carr. Finding time. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Corey Legion in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And on the ground they go with a running back. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second and 5. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's 3rd and 5. The starting lineup for the Chargers of San Diego. Who are we discussing out of this unit, Charles?
A big guy out of Arkansas. Their tight end, a 2nd-round pick, Hunter Henry. Many people had a 1st-round grade on him. Plays the best tight end coming out of the draft. Has the ability to get down the middle of the field, get into the seams, and knows how to find dead space against the defense and create plays.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled, and while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now Carr throwing on second down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he's brought down. So a good catch there. I think I could see him making a lot of catches with this team. He fits well, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Anyone who can get downfield, as this guy can, and go up and catch the football, you just design plays built for him.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second down now after the pass completion. Now they'll run it on the toss. About 3 yards there to the 27.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So 2nd and 10 here. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Complete. Richardson has it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They did that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This is Coleman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Another pistol look here. They will run again with Coleman. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Carr going up top. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good...
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They go play action here on first down. He hits Baldwin right side. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he motions the wide receiver. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. Throwing his car on 3rd down. This one caught left side by Cooper. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Halfback sent in motion. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On play action, now Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On third and long, it's Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the...
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. And a gain there of 11 yards.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down. All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. They'll come out in the pistol. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
First and goal from the 5. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, after last week where he kept finding the end zone, what do you have, 2 touchdown runs?
Yep.
He's got to be just a tad frustrated here. Close, but he hasn't gotten in.
Well, maybe they give him another shot. We'll see.
Well, I would think so. I think he's built up that type of equity, but the guys on the other side of the ball know it too.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Carr to throw on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Man in motion right, Antonio Brown. Time running out here on the play clock. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Another pistol look here. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Marvin Lewis going to leave the offense out there. 4th down, they're going for it. The play clock's running down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Now let's go. 3, watch it now, Barney. There we go now.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This will be fielded at the 8. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Cooper, the man in motion right. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. And now they're in the hurry-up.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Single. All right, here we go. Wide at the 8.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Carr on the screen. This is Coleman. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. With it is Brown. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at it 2nd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
They come out here in the eye. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning.
And he loses the football a second time. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here come the Raiders. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
We ready? Wide and yay.
On play action, it's Carr. And my goodness, another San Diego getting set to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice. Just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field, and to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete right around the 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route, because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he is going to lose yardage here. Back now in the East Bay. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Khalil Mack. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They come up in an offset eye. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Carr, got to have this one. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. So it was fourth down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. Fourth down there going for it, but they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
Detroit! Over! Hurry up! Watch it now, Barney! Leopard! Now let's go! Go! No! Check!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Now let's go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Coons now here to tack on the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Come on, baby. Alert. Alert. Bang, bang.
On play action. Now Carr. And now another one thrown incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Here's Carr. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. And they're going to come up. Empty here on fourth down. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Second and very short here, less than a yard. Now back to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
No. Check. Patriot. Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They're going to look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Back to throw here. His throw caught right around the 6. Needed 16. They got 17 on third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They come out here in the eye.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Switch gears. Watch him now, Barney,
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. 57 to Mike.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And Brown's got it for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Now Coons on to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's
Make
get
it
out
up."
of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Sideline throw. That's caught. Amari Cooper. A nice pickup there. 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And the offense lining up first and 10.
We ready? Wide and yay. Wide and yay.
On first and 10, here's Carr. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing now is Carr. He's got time in the pocket. Drops it off for Coleman. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Single. All right, here we go. Red 18. Hey, we're going to rally. Check it, Riley. Hold on, baby.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. To throw is Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
On first down, Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Ian Williams with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. They come up in an offset eye. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you